What up, fam? It's your boy Aaron coming to you once again from First and Faithful. Want to give you all a video giving you some updates, news, and notes as the team prepares for their Week 1 showdown with the Arizona Cardinals. I will have a video out first thing Saturday morning, going over the matchups, a whole preview thing, the keys to victory, etc., etc. Also, with that video, I'm going to be doing a contest, a predict the score contest. In that video, I will give a code word. You will take that code word with your prediction of the score. If you get it right in the comment section, predict the score perfect, I will be giving out a $25 gift card to basically wherever you want, as long as I can send it to you in an email, as long as I can do it digitally. If we have multiple people who get it right, I'll just draw a name out of a hat, and then whoever I draw the name, they will get the gift card. So make sure you tune in Saturday for that. In the meantime, obviously, if you like what you're hearing, you like what you're seeing, do me a huge favor, smash that subscribe button, hit that little bell icon. Really appreciate all the support y'all have been giving me so far. It's been really awesome. Now let's get into some news. First of all, the captains were announced today. No big surprises there. They went with 7. They are allowed 8. So if any of you would like to throw in your applications for that 8th captain spot, feel free. Team captains are, as you see on your screen, Jimmy G, George Kittle, McGlinchey, Trent Williams, Eric Armstead, Sherman, and Fred Warner. No surprises there. Nice to see Trent Williams on there. Dude has been such a beast in training camp. And I think if this team goes where we think it will, that 6th title, I think everybody will look back on that draft day trade for Williams as the biggest move of the entire offseason of the entire league. I know it doesn't get a lot of press, with all the signings and all the kind of the other craziness, Stephon Diggs getting traded, some of those bigger, quote unquote, bigger trades. But I think, like I said, if this team goes where we think it, that will be the move everybody looks back on and just says that was where a Super Bowl champion was made. Now let's get into some injury news and notes. Before we get into that, though, Niners have practice today. Take a look at some of what they're practicing in. You see this burnt orange sky. It looks like some out of Total Recall. For those of you old enough to have seen that movie, it looks like they're on Mars. It is insane. What they're practicing is, that's actually kind of light compared to what it looks like in San Francisco, this weird orange sky. For those of you wondering, basically the air quality index, the AQI as they call it, is fine for right now. I think it's hovering somewhere around 70. It has to get, I believe it's above 200 for the NFL to move the game somewhere else. So as of right now, no concerns as far as that goes. It's just kind of crazy. I do wonder, though, if it will be something of maybe even a small advantage for the team. The Cardinals, I live in Arizona. The air quality's been fine out here. We actually just got some rain, so the air quality's actually been pretty good out here lately. You have to wonder if going from Arizona to Santa Clara, where even though the air quality's not terrible compared to some other places in California, still that difference in air quality, is that an advantage for the Niners as opposed to the Cardinals, since the Niners obviously have been practicing in it this whole time? Something to kind of look out for. But as far as today's practice goes, let's start with the good news. Fred Warner off the COVID reserve list, full participant in practice. Fuck yes. I know you're sitting there, you're saying the same thing I'm saying. Fuck yes. So excited that he will be on the field on Sunday. Obviously playing a team like the Cardinals, you want your defense at full strength. Warner's out there. Bosa also practiced. Ford also practicing. So it looks like the defense will be completely locked, loaded, ready to go. On some kind of good news, Ben Garland, center, limited participant in practice, still working through that ankle issue. You hope that this means that the arrow is trending up for him. They do need him at center. Having Brunskill at center is not good. No offense to Brunskill, it's just not his position. So you're hoping this means good things. Garland will be able to go on Sunday. If he is, I think that really solidifies the line. On the not so good news front, Brandon Ayuk still dealing with the hamstring, did not participate in practice. Jason Verrett also dealing with a hamstring, did not practice. No surprise with Verrett. The dude just unfortunately cannot stay healthy, which sucks. Sounds like he was having a good camp, so just sucks. It's a little less depth that they have. Debo still working through that foot injury. Also did not practice. I don't. If he is not able to go this week, my feeling is that they will leave him in Santa Clara. As you probably know, after this week, the Niners go to New York, play Jets and Giants in back-to-back games, and are going to stay on the East Coast in between those weeks. So I wouldn't be surprised if he can't go this week. They just tell him to stay in Santa Clara, keep working, keep practicing, work through that injury, and then have him back, hopefully at complete 100% for their Sunday night game, week 4 at home against the Eagles. Also, no offense to the Jets and Giants, I don't think you need Debo to beat either one of those defenses. They're just, obviously the Jets got rid of Jamal Adams, who was their best defensive player. The Giants, their, defenders are getting released for robbing people during the offseason. So I just don't think you need Debo. I don't think they'll risk it if they don't need to, especially if Ayuk's able to come back. I think you tell Debo, stay at home, get that ankle 100%, for that showdown against the Eagles. So that's kind of the injury update. Like I said, mostly good news. I think the key for this game is going to be the defense. So knowing that Bosa, Ford, and Warner are back and practicing, that's honestly the best news. Also today, we got the the unofficial depth chart was released by the Niners. And I want to be very clear on this. I know some reporters and vloggers and whatnot. Grant Cohn, sorry. Kind of left this out of their videos and their articles. This is an unofficial depth chart. I can't be any clearer on this. This is put out by the team's communication staff. It's not put out by Shanahan or Lynch or Saleh or anybody, who's going to make that final decision. So you have to take these things with a grain of salt. It is fun to look at. I'm about to talk about it. You're about to listen to me. But again, this is done by the communication staff. So take it with a grain of salt. It should be. Let's look at the offense first. Not a lot of surprises. There are a couple, I would say, funny things. The right guard, Brunskill or Tom Compton. Clearly, if Ben Garland is back, he's playing center. Brunskill is going to be the right guard. We all know that. I have to think that the or is because just in case Garland is not able to go, Brunskill, in theory, will slide to center. Compton will probably slide into that right guard slot. So I think that's the only thing. Nice to see Mostert, Raheem the Dream, as the quote-unquote starter. Finally, we may actually see him start a game for once. Even though he, took most of the carries on the second half of the season. He never actually started a game last season, which is kind of weird, but maybe finally they'll break that streak. Now going over to the defense. Again, kind of that or thing. You see right there at the right cornerback spot, Emmanuel Mosley or Ahkello Witherspoon. We all know it's going to be Mosley. It's silliness otherwise, but it's going to be Mosley, no doubt. The other thing to kind of note, Javon Kinlaw, as you can see, is sitting there as the backup to Solomon Thomas. Not a crazy surprise. Thomas has been having a great camp, mostly getting all snaps on the inside. That's his natural position. That's where he should have been playing from freaking day one. He's been doing great, so I wouldn't be surprised that if Solomon Thomas starts, Kinlaw is going to work in. He's going to get a ton of snaps. Bosa didn't start weeks 1 or 2 last season. Still got a ton of snaps. Still made his presence felt. I expect we'll see the same thing with Kinlaw, especially these first couple of weeks. Since there was no preseason, since we had this kind of sped up, condensed kind of, off season, without any preseason games, I imagine you're going to see a very heavy rotation, especially on the defensive line for the Niners. Really not try to, if they can, stress anybody out too much. Try to really, I don't want to say pitch count, but try to do as much rotation as humanly possible to keep everybody as fresh as possible and try to, prevent any injuries that might come from overuse in that very first game. Everything else, special teams, Richie James Jr. is the punt and kickoff returner. Obviously, Gold, Wisnowski, you know, Kyle Nelson is long snapper. Everything else stays the same. But that's about it, though. Like I said, I wanted to give you all, you know, just kind of some news and updates. Like I said, this Saturday I will have my Niners Cardinals preview matchup, going over, you know, the keys to victory, all that jazz. So please make sure you have that bell icon. It'll be out first thing Saturday morning. Get you guys prepared for the game Sunday. I know I'm fucking pumped. I know y'all are pumped. You know, tomorrow, actually, by the time you guys see this tonight, we finally have football. We're a couple days away from seeing our team, you know, start the quest for 6. So, as always, though, this has been First and Faithful. I'm Aaron. Thanks for watching. Have a great one. Hey, thanks for watching First and Faithful. Here's another video I think you'll enjoy. Also, don't forget to subscribe. New videos every week. Appreciate all the support.